flipping go in and organise a meeting. So looking at it from my experience, if you've got a boss, so you're an employee, you work for somebody, whether it's a senior manager or a middle manager, you maybe have to work your way up. Maybe you've got to speak to a couple of people, but whoever you work for directly, have a meeting, a private meeting preferably, with that person. Say to them, I need to have a chat with you, one-on-one, in a private setting. It's nothing to worry about. It's no like drama, but can we organise an official, as you will, or a meeting? It doesn't need to be official, but a meeting. And I would have said 99% of the time, if they're a good manager, if they're good leaders, and they're not all good managers, they'll say, yeah, no problem, and they book you in. If they're dog shit, they're probably not bothered, and you might need to leave jobs and go work somewhere else. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real, because there is some assholes out there, and I'm swearing because it's intended. There is some toxic leaders out there, some idiots that don't care about anybody but themselves. And if all they're bothered about is you being in work 8, 10, 12 hours a day and not going to the toilet hardly and not having lunch breaks and just production, and they're not happy to work around it for you and your well-being, then as difficult it is, you probably need to, could probably put a complaint in if it's IBS, because it's medical. Not that you might want to go down that route. And in some countries as well, just to add to that, just as a side note, IBS can be seen as a kind of a disability, so you might be able to get help. I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert on that. It's something that you might want to look into and explore by speaking to, in the UK, there's Citizens Advice Bureau, and there's even your doctor. There's, again, speaking, communicating. You can maybe get some advice around that. In Canada, there's Gut.org. There's different organisations. I know you can get a card for your wallet. It's like a credit card. And it basically explains, I've got IBS, and if I need access for the toilet, can you give me access? And that's worked for me in the past in stores like TK Maxx, big department stores where they've not got public toilets, but clearly they've got staff toilets. And you're in there and you get call to action, bang, give the card to them. You can get them online and you can show them this card and they let you go to the toilet. It's the same like with people that have got diabetes, if they need to go and use insulin or whatever, they need a private setting. I think it's a similar situation where they've got to accommodate that. So that's the card. You can get keys, a radar key for the disabled toilets. So you've got access to a toilet, a decent size one. If you need a radar key, I think you can buy them. Again, I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. But in terms of having that conversation, pulling it back, is say to your boss, I need to have a chat with you one-on-one. Let's have a chat. And just say to him, look, I've got been diagnosed recently, or whenever it was, I've got this gut condition called irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. He might have heard of it. Have you heard of it? Because he might know, he might have it himself and not been telling anyone. He might say, I've got it. Win-win. That would be a winner, wouldn't it? Because if he's got it, he knows the score. Or if she's got it. If he hasn't, if he's like, never heard of that, or I've heard of it, but yeah, explain. Just say, look, it's a gut condition. I'm managing it, but it's a medical condition. It causes me to have flare-ups. What that means for you is, as an employer, and for me, I need access to the toilet. Sometimes what might appear where I'm being rude and I'm stepping out of meetings and you think I'm being rude or I don't care. I do care, and I'm not being rude. I love my job and I want to support you the best I can as an employee. But if I cut away, it's because of the IBS. I have to get to the toilet within a certain time frame, or I could have an accident, and that's not good. It's not good for me. It's not good for you. It's not good for people around me. And they'd be like, yeah. So, and again, you don't have to tell him that, but that's just something I would have said. It's something I would say, and maybe put a bit of personality around it, and just say, from time to time, if I'm late in the morning, it might mean if I am getting up earlier in the morning to sort this out and to manage it. But if I am slightly late for work, I'll text you, or I'll text the secretary, I'll speak to whoever. It's because of, more often than not, it'll be because of the IBS. I might be 20 minutes to 30 minutes late. If I'm 30 minutes late, I'll stay 30 minutes at the end or over lunch. So it's try and create a win-win, because at the end of the day, you're getting paid to work a certain set period of time. So always try and think of, rather than hitting somebody with a problem, hit them with the problem, but have solutions up your sleeve. That's my mindset, and how I was in the military and now. So rather than just be problem oriented, because you become a problem child, oh, this is a problem. I've got this issue, I've got that issue. Well, what do you want me to do about it? Because your boss has got a lot on his plate, hasn't he? Just being real. He or she has got a lot on their plate with the business, what they're running, the work, staffing, management, spinning loads of plates, even with AI. So go to them with a problem, and that's advice for anything really. It doesn't just need to be IBS. This is a problem. These are what I foresee as the solutions, where it will be least impact on you, least impact on my job role, and still I'll be able to give you the same output. Does that make sense? Hopefully that helps. So that's in the boss environment. Cool. Tick that one off. So that's speaking to an employer. Again, not word for word. You can vary that as you see fit.